Hi guys, and good morning, or good afternoon or something. Sorry, I'm gesturing with a brow pencil. But I'm barefaced because today I want to do a makeup look. I'm going to be doing like a fresh, spring, pretty beautifying makeup. It just looks really pretty and fresh. And I actually posted a picture of this to my Instagram and got a lot of comments about how pretty it looked and how fresh and nice it looked and all that. And with spring kind of around the corner, especially around here now, it's getting a little warmer and all that. I was kind of in the mood to recreate the fresh springy look like that. I really want to do a video on like maybe a Q&A or like more information on engineering and stuff. So I'm probably going to be like inserting little stories about engineering into this whole look. But I know some of you have expressed more interest in what I do when I'm not writing blog posts or when I'm not in front of my camera. But so I'm just gonna like add little tidbits here and there. The first thing is I'm gonna clip my hair back. Starting with the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I haven't used this in so long because I've been using my other primers. Foundation today is Mercier Silk Cream. Been into this again this week because I've been having some breakouts and sometimes you just want something a little fuller coverage. The foundation is on. Looking a little better. NARS Creamy Concealer to pick up the slack. So now I'm going to set all this with a new powder actually. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. And I'm using my really big Wayne Goss brush. This is the holiday brush in black. Nowadays you can also get it in white. My time of makeup, but I really like this powder. It's really nice. Alright, bronzer is NARS Laguna. I think I'm just completely and utterly in love with this stuff. I need to probably branch out on the bronzer front. So if you guys have a suggestion for a good bronzer, let me know in the comments down below, or on my blog, or on my Instagram, or wherever you talk to me, because I think I need to branch out a little. I've been using Laguna for a long time. Blush is Charlotte Tilbury Sex on Fire. This is not a surprise. I've been wearing this like all the time. It's terrible. But anyway, a little bit about engineering, because I just really want to talk to you guys about it. I can't help it. I don't know if this is interesting or not. I'm gonna just tell you. So, if you've seen my Get to Know Me video, which I will link down below, you know that I'm an aerospace engineer. What I specifically do is materials engineering, and as I kind of explained to you how I ended up there, it'll make more sense. So I guess this is more my road to engineering. I'm gonna prime my lids with this dude. with the NARS Smudge Proof Shadow Base. So this really all happened for me in high school, is where it all kind of started. I'm gonna wear brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, just for some variety from my Hourglass arch, which I actually prefer, but this is nice. Don't get me wrong. But anyway, so in high school I had this amazingly awesome chemistry teacher, and she's the one. I'd always been a science nerd, but at the time I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And I feel like you don't really know a lot of what you want to do when you're in high school. Like, a lot of people don't know what they want to do when they get to college, or most of their life, even after you leave college, a lot of people don't know what they want to do. My chemistry teacher helped me figure it out when I was in high school, like sophomore year of high school. So I'd always liked science and all that, but I really wasn't into math. It was hard for me. It still kind of is, though you probably won't believe me, but it is. And so my chemistry teacher went to the University of Pennsylvania, which is a university in the States. If you're not from around here and don't know what that is. But they do like summer school nerd programs, and she wrote me a recommendation and suggested that I, go. And so I went. It was like, it wasn't very long, maybe like 6 weeks or something. I don't even remember. I was 16. We spent, it was like 3 or 6 weeks or something like that on nanotechnology, which is how I kind of got started in engineering. I got started engineering because of chemistry. And anyway, shadows are from the Taretlette palette. Sorry, this is going to be like back and forth a lot. Oof, for some reason, I find it really hard to open this palette sometimes. I'm going to be using mostly the purple in this palette with this pretty matte, the Supermom color all over the lid, and then the purples in the crease and all that. Just a heads up on the look. So I'm going to start with Supermom, and I'm going to put it from lash line to brow bone. But anyway, so, let me just scooch closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hey. Anyway, so I was really into chemistry and science and all that. So I went to this class, spent a summer at the University of Pennsylvania, or like a couple weeks of the summer at the University of Pennsylvania, and did some materials for like the first time in my life. And materials is like not one of those classes you have in school. Like you'll take physics and you'll take chemistry if you have to or if you want to. And materials is one of those classes like doesn't exist in high school, and it doesn't exist in a lot of universities either. There's actually pretty few that have it. But it's really just the study of everything around us, from like wood to metal to plastic to your chafing dish, like to everything. To your pants, you know, the whole shebang. All of it. And how it behaves in the world. And so material scientists understand, you know, if I push on a piece of fabric, what does it do? The answer is not very much. If I push on a piece of metal, it won't go anywhere. If I push on a piece of Jell-O, it wiggles. And based on how things react to what you do to them, you can classify materials to different behavior types. That's kind of what we do. And then once you know how things behave, you can know what to pick for something, for an application that you need something to behave a certain way for. It's pretty straightforward. But I got into it through chemistry because I really love chemistry, and I had a really awesome chemistry teacher, and I went to the summer program and realized that like I really wanted to be an engineer, and that it was so cool and so interesting, and I thought it was so cool and so interesting, of course. And so that's kind of how this all started. And I went back to school and started taking a lot of engineering class, like started taking a lot of math classes, which I hadn't really been into. But still, I'm never into math. I'm not a big math person. I'm a big science person, but not a big math person. And so that's kind of what got me started. It was like the curiosity of how the world around us works. And I feel like most people in science and engineering and math kind of have that bug of like, well, how does this all work? And I think most people have that bug, but that everyone sees the world in a different way, which is really important because then we have everyone in all sorts of different professions. But how you see the world helps you figure out how you want to understand the world. And so be that through physics and quantum theory, or through materials engineering, or through fashion design, or through accounting, or, you know, being a doctor and helping people. Like, there are all ways to understand the world around us. Anyway, I'm getting a little philosophical. I'm going to take natural beauty through my crease. It's getting a little philosophical. But I ended up getting into engineering because I really like solving problems, and I had a really great experience solving problems with materials, and it helped me understand the world around me, which is kind of what we're all looking for in this life. Or, I think, at least most of us. And, so that's kind of how I got into it. And I think it really helped that the person who encouraged me was a woman, and she was in science, and I think a lot of people, especially women, kind of don't pursue science and math and engineering and all that because I don't really know why. I couldn't really actually tell you why. But it's really just having a curiosity about the world around you and enjoying problem solving, enjoying fixing things. You know, I was that kid when I was younger who used to take stuff apart and put it back together, and I was a total tomboy back in the day. Still kind of am, I guess, but with makeup now. And I'm going to take a smaller brush. Now I'm going to take a smaller brush and this best friend color and put it in my outer corner and into my outer corner, my like outer lid, and a little bit into the outer crease. But anyway, engineering is one of those things that I guess people think is really hard to get into because the subjects, like the understanding that you need in order to do them can be a little complex, right? Like you need to understand a lot of, for my job, I need to understand a lot of chemistry and organic chemistry, and I need to understand a lot of mechanics, some electricity and magnetism, that kind of stuff. So it can get a little complex sometimes, but you know, you just have to enjoy challenges, to enjoy a challenge, enjoy overcoming a challenge and seeing the world as a challenging place. And that challenge adds interest, and I don't know. I really enjoy when things are difficult. I genuinely enjoy it when things are hard. And because it's challenging, I don't know. You gotta have that fire and that interest in the world, that desire to overcome challenges. That was really the whole look. It was really simple for the eyes that day. And I think simple eye looks really lend themselves to like fresh prettiness. But we just used Supermom all over the lid, and then Natural Beauty in the crease, and Best Friend in the outer corner. And you can also add some Bombshell, because this color is gorgeous. But I'm like, alright, tattoo liner, Kat Von D. This video is going to be so long. I'm trying to make up for last week when I wasn't chatty because I was in a rush. I hate being late. Like, despise being late. So, I wasn't late in the end, though I thought I was going to be. But I wasn't. I've been into small, little dinky wings lately. But you guys know that comes and goes for me. When I'm done. Been rocking the baby wings lately. Super tiny. Anyway, so the road to engineering is kind of weird. And you really only end up in it if you love it, because it is actually quite challenging to do all the things that you need to do to be an engineer. I'm gonna be straight with you. Going into college and doing an engineering degree is not easy. It's hard. Like, you're gonna take a lot of art classes, you're gonna work a lot. But if you enjoy challenges and if you enjoy solving problems, if that's like how you tick, it's hard. It's really hard to explain. You just have to really love it. It's like anything else. It's one of those fields that you really do if you have a passion for it. Mascara is the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes, which I'm totally obsessed with. I need to do a post on this. It's phenomenal. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so that's most of the look. The eyes are on. They're all plummy and liner and such, per usual, but plummy. And, you know, nice natural rest of it. And the lipstick I was wearing that day was Charlotte Tilbury Bitch Perfect, which is perfect. I love this color. So this is the final look. It's light and spring-y and fresh, and it's really like fresh, light, nude makeup is really in this spring, and this one is pretty nude. You know, all matte eyes. There's a little bit of color and interest because it's like purplier colors, but you can use just nude colors if you'd like pretty subtle cheeks, you know, just a little bronze and a nice nude lip. And it's just fresh and pretty, and it's just really flattering. And a lot of you guys had liked it on Instagram, so I wanted to show you what I used to get the look. And, you know, if you have products that are in the same color range, you don't need these products. You can use anything, so long as they're the same kind of color family, and get this kind of a look. It's also one of those looks that's going to look good no matter what your hair color or skin tone is or skin color is, you know, flattering. It's really pretty. And sorry about all the, maybe not, I'm not sorry. No. I hope you enjoyed all my, like, engineering blabble that hopefully is still in this video after I edit it. But engineering is, it's a profession of passion. You know, you gotta love it. And the people I work with, the great engineers that I've met, have been so passionate about what they do. And, you know, I ended up in a pretty serious vein of engineering. I work in aerospace, and it kind of suits me. I'm kind of a fast-paced, serious kind of person when I'm not doing makeup, that is. And I love what I do. I love challenging work and solving hard problems, and, you know, it's exciting to me. It's what I love. And college is kind of when I realized, in high school I realized I wanted to be an engineer, and because I enjoyed solving problems and I love the people. I love the people in engineering. They're just so amazing. And in college I realized what I wanted to do in engineering, because there's just so many ways you can take that. Maybe I'll talk to you about college in another video instead of just high school. And if you guys have questions about engineering, I know it's hard to know what to ask because not everyone's an engineer. Feel free to ask. The aerospace industry is not a large one at the moment. But there's always airplanes, and I'm definitely one of those nerds who loves flight, and that definitely helped push me in the direction of aerospace. But I really love aerospace because the materials we use in aerospace are so cool and it's so much fun. They're cutting edge and different and unique and in development and high performing, and they're complex, and I love that. But I also love that airplanes are big enough that you can touch and you can play. So much in materials is so small that you can't touch it. You can not even really see it without help. Like a lot of silicon computer chip work, a lot of electronics work is like so small, or a lot of imaging we do, so like MRI machines and all that, are enabled through nanomagnetic resonance. This is going to get really complicated. I should probably cut this out of the video. But a lot of the work we do is at such a small scale technically that you can't see it without a microscope, and you can't build it, and you can't touch it. But I love that aerospace is high-tech and complicated materials. They're unique concepts. They're interesting properties. They're interesting systems of understanding. But I can build a part for an aircraft and I can touch it. And I'm a tactile person like that. I like doing things with my hands. And so it's fun that you can do something like high-tech and complex, but I can still touch it and I can still build it. It's not tiny and on a computer chip and built in a room with less than 1,000 particles per square foot, and I don't need to wear a bunny suit, and, you know, it's not a computer chip. And it's not, you know, a lot of people in biomed fall under the same category. They do a lot of work with molecules and chemicals and stuff that you obviously can't see until you get it under a microscope or something like that. And what I do is a little more macro, and that's satisfying to me. But if you're interested in how I ended up in aerospace over literally every other option that there is, because there's a lot in materials or in engineering in general, I think I'll probably tell you in another video where I do my makeup as well, because I don't know. I'm worried if I did a video just on engineering, people wouldn't watch necessarily, but if I like slip it in with the makeup, maybe you're kind of forced to listen. That's awful, but kind of true. I don't know. I know a lot of people think it's cool that I'm more technically complex, that I do something more technically complex with my day job. That should never preclude anyone from loving makeup or from enjoying speaking to awesome, kind, cool people who also enjoy makeup. But if you guys are interested in all this kind of jazz, let me know, and I can do maybe something more in-depth, something a little more technical, or I don't know. Let me know. Maybe you really don't want to hear anything about chemistry and you just are glad you saw how to do this makeup. That's fine. Because I really enjoy doing this makeup. It's not a bad thing. So, not everyone's gonna love engineering. It's definitely not for everyone, obviously. And it's could be a little much, a lot. But it's my biggest passion in life, is what I do. And makeup is kind of my other passion. It's like my second passion. If there was a list, first would probably be my family, let's be real. But then engineering, because I love it, and it's what challenges me every day, and it's hard but so satisfying. And makeup is my third, because it's just so much fun, and it's creative but empowering, and just, it's fun. It's just so much fun, and you just gotta have fun with it. I will tell people that I'm bad at math and that I don't like it, and I'm an engineer, and professional engineer, and have a very nice computer that does my math for me. And it's much better at it than I am. But I don't know. I just want to talk to you guys about it more, because it feels weird that I don't tell you guys about what I do all the time. And, you know, I chat to you guys so much, and I love talking to you. And it's just, I love chatty videos, and I love talking to you guys on Instagram and on my blog. And you guys are what makes this all fun and worthwhile. And that's why I started my blog and my YouTube channel, to be able to talk to you guys, you know, to not be obsessed with makeup alone. And it's weird that I don't talk to you guys about my other passion in life. And thank you for watching. This video is gonna be so long, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway, because I was in a chatting mood today. I just was. And have a great week, and I will talk to you guys next week.